Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. On our ongoing topic of oneness, I want to refer, I think it was in 2021 when the Ashram set out its aims and objectives for the next 10 years. And I said that we have two goals. The first goal to be accomplished in 2024, and that South Africa will be in the consciousness of oneness, and our next goal is to conclude our consciousness of oneness by 2029 internationally. It's 2023. 2 years later, the Sri Narayan Dham is integrally involved in the infrastructure of our future politics in this country. And people that were only recognized constitutionally but received no recognition in terms of their dignity, their tradition, their religion, and the fact that they are the indigent, the Aboriginal of South Africa, Southwest Africa, going upwards, Swaziland, the Khoi and the San, First Nations of the African continent. And they have been pushed back politically since our democracy, similar to the Red Indians in America. And this week, I had a 4-hour discussion with the Crown Prince of the San, S-A-N, of the San people here at the Ashram, and we unlocked many avenues that will start the process of both the Khoi, the San, and the other Aboriginals that are not recognized in this country. So we started it. We are busy registering a foundation. There will be one umbrella foundation together with affiliates, both political and social, that would fit in our intervention in the consciousness of South African politics. And in a world first, I identified with the prince the 4 deities that they worship are 4 deities that is in the Vedas. This is a world first recognition, it's a breakthrough. In the Aboriginals of India, the Aboriginals of India are Sanatan Dharmis, North and South. And the colonialist called the South Dravidians, they are not Dravidians, they are Sanatan Dharmis. So both from the South, the North and the Sun people here on the African continent, the Aboriginals, Aboriginal mean original people of a land, original people of a land as far as you can trace. We all worship the same deities. We all worship the same deities. I'm going to go into an in-depth discourse when the Prince is here at one of the satsangs. So this now links the Aboriginals of two continents spiritually. This links the Aboriginals of two continents spiritually. And in my quest in 2021 for oneness to be concluded around the world in 2029, this is the first step, the first evidential step. So we will be pursuing with the Prince various activities, for we are no longer their people and our people. We are now one people. We are now one people. So this discovery is going to include historians, it will include universities, it will include business, and it will include society. There will be an integration of all of these entities to move this agenda forward. And I informed the Prince that I am work in motion 24/7. I do not sleep with an assignment. I do not sleep with an assignment. I only met him last week Saturday. And from last week Saturday to this week Saturday, we moved decades in what the Prince was trying to achieve. And the Prince is not a sentimental Aboriginal of South Africa. He has a master's degree. He has researched his existence at university level. So we're not dealing with somebody that's sentimental. So we're going to bring the San people, the Khoi people, and I believe the Griquas, you'll heard of the Griquas, they are also not recognized in our constitution. And for those of you that know of the struggle or that understand the struggle, there was a freedom charter. Have you all heard of the Freedom Charter? And the Freedom Charter states, which has been incorporated in the Constitution of South Africa, that the land belongs to all who live in it. Have you all heard that from the Freedom Charter? Yet, the Aboriginals of South Africa has been decisively marginalized by the government that's running this country for the past so many years. Our democratic government has decisively marginalized the Aboriginals of South Africa. So the Sri Narayan Dham is taking this head first. And in the coming weeks, this will be a political storm. This will be a political storm. So I have informed you timeously that the job of a guru is not to touch your head only. Yes, I'll touch your head if you require, but that's not the job of a guru only. And for those idiots who think that the guru's job is touching heads, they got another thing coming this following week. Guru is here to shift not only your individual consciousness but also the universal consciousness. Not only your individual consciousness but the universal consciousness. So I'll be intertwining the political dynamics together with social dynamics and religious dynamics. Okay? And I said this is a world first because if you go and Google, you'll find that there is an African tribe, the forgotten, lost tribe living in India for centuries. Go and Google, you'll find that tribe, and the Sri Narayan Dham will connect that tribe to the San tribe or the San nation in South Africa. So I will be taking a trip specifically for this purpose, to go and unite the San. A little history. These people landed in India in the later 18th century, and they went to assist the Sikhs. Remember, the Sikhs, surname of the Sikhs are always Singh, and the Sikhs carry or used to carry, what's it called? Swords. And what is the purpose of a sword? What's the purpose of a sword? And which is the easiest way to use a sword? Poke or behead? So I've been trying to behead many characters, and I think I've been successful in beheading characters that's making a nuisance of themselves in this country and elsewhere. Psychological beheading. I'm not using the sword, but the internet is quick, clean. If you go onto the internet for the past 2 months, 1.5 months, the filth has been beheaded. Guru beheaded the filth. The internet is clean. No more vulgarities on the internet. Guru has achieved single-handedly, with no institution, no infrastructure of this country through consciousness, through conscious change. I make enemies of the God. Repeat God's name. I make enemies of God. Repeat God's name. Lord Sri Narayan's name is mentioned regularly now. You understand? It means I've shifted the consciousness. The Guru lives inside the demonic. When the demonic look left, Guru is in his head or her head. When the demonic looks right, Guru is in the head. Every day if you plot in the Guru, it means you are in Guru consciousness. You are in Guru consciousness. Everything you do is Guru. Whether you plot the Guru or whether you embrace the Guru, you in Guru consciousness. Fire is fire. Whether you use the fire to cook food or whether you just put your hand in the fire, fire remained fire. And the result will be the same. Your hand can get cooked and the food can get cooked. You understand? So, and there's thousands of them, Jessica. Everyone who came through me, they are in Guru consciousness. All the devotees, whoever took me on, they are in Guru consciousness because they do a follow-up. After this discourse or whilst they're watching this discourse, you won't see them. But they're watching the discourse or they'll do a follow-up on this discourse. It means I have been effective. Love me or hate me. You still in Guru consciousness. You can hate me through Guru consciousness or you can love me through Guru consciousness. If you hate me through Guru consciousness, I've still achieved as a scientist. I was giving you an injection. The injection is there. For some, the injection is painful. For others, the injection is prosperity. All of you understand? But Guru consciousness, once injected, will always manifest. It will be always manifest in you. And this is mind-boggling. If you go into history, many kings have given up their kingdoms and wore loincloths to follow a Guru. Given up everything that they have in life simply to follow a Guru. And it has been stated by Kabir, Sant Kabir, Saint Kabir, that if you take all the wood on this planet Earth and make them into pens, and if you take all the water from this planet and make it into ink, you'll never be able to describe the Guru. All the wood, you make it into pencils or pens, all the water used as ink, you'll never be able to just switch that rotation. Right. You'll never be able to understand the Guru. So it is futile if you want to break the Guru up in parts and understand who the Guru is. It is futile. Your own body, you don't even know what's happening in your own body. You don't know how many million cells are in your eyes. You don't know those million cells, what their function is in your eyes. You don't know how the cells in your eyes intercept images, how they rotate the images, and how the images is represented to you whilst you're looking at me. Do you know that? Do you care? Who cares how the eyes work? Only one person in this ashram cares how his eyes work, and he's wearing glasses he should be carrying. Alright? Who cares how your lymphatic system works in your body? Srini, you care? You don't care. As long as your body is healthy, you don't care what is happening with which organ in your body. Similarly, when you come to the Guru, only come for the prosperity, come for spiritual health. Forget about how the Guru works, where he works, what he says, how he says. Don't worry about those things. Only worry about your prosperity. Don't worry where the Guru was 20 years ago, how he became a Guru, who initiated him, which institution he belongs. If you want to go thus far, then start in your body. Find out each breath you take, how many dimensions it is broken into, which part goes to the lungs, which part goes to your digestive system. Find all that out when you know your own body 100%. When you know how your own biological system works. When you know which is the active energy that allows this body to function. When you know all of that, then come and find out who the Guru is, what the Guru is doing, how the Guru is doing, why the Guru is doing. Find out what's in your biological body first. You think that's right? You think that's right? Yes, if you don't know how your own system functions, how are you going to know how my system functions? How are you going to know how the Guru operates if you don't know how you are operating within your own self? All of you understand? So go and learn about yourself. When you come to the Guru, accept God's words. Accept God's words. That the Guru is a transparent medium between you and God. This is God's word. The Guru is a transparent medium between you and God had created that system. System not created by Guru, created by the Supreme Lord. So let's test all of these things. I said it is mind-boggling to understand the relationship between a Guru and a disciple. Mind-boggling. What does mind-boggling mean? It means understanding the concept is extremely difficult. Now, why would you want to understand something that is difficult when you can just accept it? When you can just accept it. And let's take this Sri Narayan Dham and let's see how mind-boggling it is. How many kilometers from Durban is Nepal? It's not a trick question. You can write there on your phone, Nepal, Durban, kilometers. Yes, I got Wi-Fi. Sri Narayan. Sri Narayan. It's about 8 to 10,000 kilometers. So I think about 4 years ago, all this is on Facebook. I said whatever we do is recorded on Facebook Live. About 4 or 5 years ago, there was a man that landed from Nepal into my satsang just to wash my feet and take the water back. Is that mind-boggling? From where? Nepal. Never seen him. He's never seen me. Why would he want to come all the way from there, come into my satsang the satsang was live, you'll see him dancing. His name is Jayaram Thapa, Thapa. He washes my feet, then he takes the water and he goes home. And his mother tells him, you didn't bring the Guru's old dhoti. Go back and bring the Guru's old dhoti. And 2 months later he comes back to Durban just to pick up an old dhoti and take it back to his mother. Is that not mind-boggling? Is it not mind-boggling? You understand? This is the relationship between Guru and disciple. A lady from Canada goes around India at the age of 80 in search of her Guru. She wants to meet her Guru before she closes her eyes. Where she goes? Around India. I think she did a 6-month trip. Then she lands at Saligram Hall in Durban, Clare Estate. And a grandnephew, who's a policeman, was attending our satsang just for 3 weeks. Week 1, week 2 she arrived and he came for week 3. When she entered the hall, she came up to me and said, I found my Guru. Took her blessings and went back to Canada. Again, all this is recorded. All this is recorded information. If you go and you browse through where my information is stored, you will find it. Then in Isipingo, when I was having satsangs in Isipingo Goshala, a lady from another institution attended that satsang, and she said she had a feeling that I'm a Guru, although she belongs to another institution. She went back to America and came back to me to confirm that she need to follow me. Is it mind-boggling? Somebody that I don't know, never met. Mauritius. I was with Vishwadhar. So Vishwadhar has been in Mauritius before. So he met a taxi driver in Mauritius. It's easy to meet somebody and go back to Mauritius and find them. Yes? Very small place. So when we went back, Vishwadhar contacted him. He came into our hotel room. He saw me and he started crying. He started crying. And I always meet genuine people. I said, whoever comes to this satsang, head gaskets are. Whoever I meet, any part of the world, head gaskets are. God always send me these. I can't get a head gasket properly torqued, where there's no overheating, water and oil is not mixing. I'm looking. I don't know when God will send. But these blown head gaskets I find in Mauritius. He tells me, Guru, I'm starting work on the MSc, and the same day is my trial for drunken driving. How can you fix me up? So I said, my boy, what did you do to get charged for drunken driving? He said, I was so drunk that I was driving between 10 and 15 k's an hour, so I didn't want to meet with an accident. So I got charged for driving under the speed limit of Mauritius. I've been a policeman for 10 years. Never thought a charge exists where you're traveling well under the speed limit. Anyway, he went on the MSc. I gave him his mantra because he lives far away. The entire ship, I think it was in New York, everyone was sick with food poisoning. He contacted me, he read his mantra, and from everyone in the ship, he was the only one that was not food poisoned. Maybe the poison was moving under the speed limit. You understand? He was the only one not poisoned. He came back during COVID. He couldn't enter Mauritius. Mauritius is very strict about viruses and all those stories. You know, there's no snakes in Mauritius. If you want to run a political party without any backstabbing, go to Mauritius. There's no snakes in Mauritius. All right? There's no spiders in Mauritius as well. So he was allowed to get off the ship and go home. This is the relationship between Guru and disciple. Okay? He recently got married. When he came to me the first day, he came with his girlfriend. They are happily married. And I'm in South Africa. I just had one meeting with him in the room. One physical meeting, about 15 minutes. But his life is run by his Guru. His life is run by his Guru. And then I think we got an email. Recently, I had no time to respond. I'm busy concreting the parking for Shivratri. We get an email from the USA. There is a gentleman, he wants to speak to me. He believes he found his direction in life after looking for gurus for many, many years. He found one of my discourses, and he said for 1.5 years he's been listening to my discourses. So I must thank all these people that are involved in my discourses, both transcribing and making sure it goes, because people from the world have now started finding the discourses. And he said that what started for him to take an interest was a discourse where I said, don't fit yourself into satsang to suit the satsang. Don't fit yourself into the satsang to suit the satsang. Fit yourself in the satsang to suit God. Fit yourself in the satsang to suit God. Because those people that come here compliant to fit in here, right, even after 6 years, they leave because they're looking at the wrong formula. I'm not teaching you to fit in with me. I'm teaching you to fit in with the Supreme Lord. Tell me when I taught you to fit in with me. I'm teaching you to fit in with the Supreme Lord, and it was this discourse that he picked up. And he's been listening. I'm sure he's watching this discourse as well. But I will connect with him in the weeks to come. So I want to conclude by explaining to you simple spiritual dynamics, simple spiritual dynamics. See, Mataji created a table for her two grandchildren, but baby is here. Baby, see what Mataji did never do for you. Look. Look back, look. Yeah, see? For the two grandchildren, she created a table. How long you here, baby? Go and sort this thing out with Mataji. Go there. And ask her why I'm here so many months, no table for me. Ask her. Ask her what she's learning from the Guru, baby. Ask her what she's learning from the Guru. That is called selfless or selfish? Baby, ask Mataji if it's called selfless or selfish. You only sin for yours. Baby, tell Mataji. I'm here so long, I'm the most loyal child devotee. I'm the most loyal child devotee, and why didn't I get my own table? Ask Mataji. Okay? So you see, even we in our own satsang, we are flawed. There's always room for improvement. In this ashram, no one is perfect. In this ashram, nothing is perfect. Only God is perfect. So seek the Supreme Lord. Through the Guru, seek the Supreme Lord. Alright? Like through the professor, you seek the Supreme Lord. You can't go on the internet, download all the law subjects, read it and say, hey, well, some people do, Jessica. They become advocates. Yeah, they become advocates and attorneys when they read through the internet. No. Your consciousness must be assimilated with that law, and for that you need a professor. So similarly, spiritual science is a subject, it's a science, you need a professor, and that professor is the Guru. But the professor is not perfect and absolute. Because I work hard in the sun down there, night time, last night I was crying with spine pain. What it means? Not perfect, not absolute. Even my body is fallible. Even my body takes pain. So how can I say I am perfect and absolute when my body is not perfect and absolute? But the knowledge that I'm giving you is perfect and absolute. All of you understand? You all remember some teachers. They'll teach you well in class, and then 6 o'clock you see them wobbling out of a pub. Don't worry about the wobbling out of the pub. That got nothing to do with you. That knowledge when you was in class, what you was taught, that is important. So please, all of you, don't come and peep from my new fence line and see whether the Guru is wobbling. You can't be a Guru and wobble at the same time. Alright, one of the qualifications of the Guru is he have to stop wobbling. Guru have to stop wobbling, one of the qualifications, alright? Premila, I'll be wasting your time if you and Rakesh park there with the binoculars and see you want to catch a Guru wobbling, alright? Premila, you won't catch the Guru wobbling. Guru finish wobble for his whole lifetime. Even if I live till 90, I finish wobble right up to 51. Enough for the other 40 years. Alright? Are there any questions? I just want to sum up in 5 minutes. Everything in this universe is energy. Everything in this universe is energy. I'm talking now, I'm emitting energy through this microphone. Energy in the form of sound is entering your ears. Energy is being released from your body. Everything in this universe is energy. energy controls your biological body. And there are 3 types of energy that controls your biological body. It is energy in the mode of goodness, energy in the mode of passion, and energy in the mode of ignorance. These 3 energies are intertwined, and it is in every person. When you are born, God gives you your proportion of what type of energy you will have throughout your life. God, through a dynamic system, will apportion you that 3 types of energy. So when you are healthy, then you are impelled by energy in the mode of goodness. When you get sick, if you got some ailments, if something is not synthesized in your biological body, you are either in the mode of passion or the mode of ignorance. So for you to be healthy, you must be in the mode of goodness, because in that mode there is no illness. Mode of goodness, there is no illness. So look at how scientific it is. When you come to the Guru, if you are in the mode of ignorance, the Guru moves you into the mode of passion for a while, and after that into the mode of goodness. And if you are in the mode of passion, then the Guru motivates you to come into the mode of goodness. When you are in the mode of goodness, there is no illness. There is no illness. All of you understand? So there is no magic. It is scientific. The Guru changes your consciousness from one mode to the next mode, and this is why you have to be in satsang. This is why you have to be in satsang. And the formula for satsang, for you to be prosperous, is seva, simran, satsang. That is the formula. Seva, simran, satsang. From the mode of ignorance to the mode of passion to the mode of goodness, or from the mode of passion to the mode of goodness. But you must do seva in that institution where the Guru is switching your buttons, like the aircon. If I take the remote and I press the button to 40 degrees, what will happen in this room? Same aircon will make you miserable right now. The same electric current is going to the aircon, yes or no? Yes or no? So the current is the same, but the remote will dictate the temperature of the aircon. Can make you miserable with too much heat, or can make you miserable with too much cold. But if you put the aircon at the right temperature, what will happen? You'll feel comfortable. So similarly, for the Guru to make you feel comfortable, you have to be involved in seva and you have to be involved in simran. What does simran mean? Constant remembrance of the Supreme Lord. It's called meditation. Meditation means your mind must be constantly thinking of God. Don't go and close your eyes in some yoga position, go buy one mat and sit in a certain direction, close your eyes and bluff yourself. That don't work. Yoga means union. Yoga means union with God. Meditation means constant remembrance. Constant remembrance of God. Seva means serving God through humanity. Seva means serving God through humanity, through animal service, through plant service, and to be calm and peaceful. If you are calm and peaceful, what happens to the person that is next to you? Have you all been in places where you met some very calm people, and that person was so calm that you went home and you even thought about that person, what a calm and peaceful person that is? How did he enter your mind? Through his calm and peaceful energy. So if you come to satsang, the third part, Seva Simran, satsang, you must become calm and peaceful, not in satsang. In satsang you can be who you are, because when a mechanic is repairing a car, he don't want the car to pretend it haven't got a breakdown. He'll start the car, he'll rev it, he will rev it, he'll take it for a test drive, he'll press the brakes to high, he'll engage the gears, and then he'll come and repair it. So don't come and pretend in my satsang that you're a calm, peaceful person, Premila, not you, but you represent everyone. Alright? And go home and rev, grind the gears, press the brake, knock your other cars in the yard. Do it, yeah. Where? Dana? Yeah. Then I can adjust the brakes, sort the linkages out, put my laptop on. Shevan told me his car is a VTI and there's a plug there, and then you put a VTI and it will tell you all the faults. You are here. I'm the laptop. You are plugged in and I am the laptop. Everyone haven't got the same fault. When those of you that know trucks, when Jessica came to this satsang, she had the Jake's brakes. You all heard of the Jake's brakes? You all heard of trucks making brrrr? And now I change it, it's silent. It's like Sean's twin steer, Volvo. You press the brakes, you can't hear a sound from Jessica. Husband is so peaceful, I think his hair started growing. Alright? Because the Guru plugged in, saw the fault, and started working on that Jakes. We decided we can't improve it, the noise will always be there, replace it. Replace it. So I'm sure there's a lot of, in fact, all women are fitted with Jake's brakes from birth. Right? So what the Guru have to do is now change that loud system to silent Volvo systems. I'm advertising for Volvo, yeah. Alright? I hope they give Sean 2 brand new trucks. Volvo trucks. Are there any questions? So come, when you leave every Sunday to come to satsang, list a few faults in yourself. Not the big faults, the small faults. We want to be practical. The big faults have gone big for many years. It will take a while to get sorted out. And come to satsang, and when you do in arti, leave those faults at the Guru's feet. As I said, I want my satsang to be for real. If I only have one devotee when I die, I'll be happy. I will be happy that at least I made one devotee, because I want my satsang to be real. It must be tangible. It must be effective. And the only way it will be effective if you start living one by one faults. Because the real reason is You hear because the vehicle is not right. You need to get COR, and some of you that are trucks, you need to get COF. To get COR or COF, we have to repair all the faults. When we repair all the faults, then you have license to be in God's domain. You have license to be in God's domain. All of you understand? So, we repair in all the vehicles. I give you a license, and after you get your license, you would God. That is why you come to satsang. And whilst we repair in the faults, what's happening to you as a person? You become in better and better and better. All of you understand? So this thing must work for both of us. It must work for you, and it must work for me. We must be in a synthesized situation. All of you understand? So nobody is perfect. That is why I showed you and I gave you an example of Mataji and our grandchildren. Nobody is perfect. When you come into satsang, the Guru does not judge anybody. Will a mechanic be angry if broken vehicles come to him? Why? So similarly, the Guru is not angry when broken people come into the satsang, because that is my profession. That is my profession. You come in the satsang broken, I repair you. But like a mechanic, if the mechanic do his job 100% and tell you take your car, don't over rev, check oil and water, don't limit your car, press your brakes nicely, and you go and you wreck your vehicle and you bring it back to the mechanic, will the mechanic be happy or angry? He'll be angry because you abused his repairs. Srini, you won't be angry. Srini knows, he's been a mechanic for many years, and a military mechanic, mind you. He was a mechanic in the military. Alright? So you'll be upset if you tell a person how to drive your vehicle. Similarly, the Guru will only be upset after he repaired you, because, as I said, I cannot get spares for those head gaskets. It's difficult. I have to make a plan. I have to, Srini, make a plan. Lord Narayan is not sending me any spares for the head gasket. I have to invent things here just to stop the leak. And it's hard work to stop that leak. Radiator weld or head weld. Shravan's oil and water was mixing 2 days ago, so he brought a can and he pushed it inside. Now there's no more oil and water mixing. So I'm using things like that because no replacement parts, especially head gasket. Then it takes a lot of work to do that. So whatever instructions you get from the Guru, you don't have to follow all. But go home and perfect one at least. Perfect one at least, because you're going to come back to satsang, and when you perfected the one, take another one. Alright? So every Sunday when you come to satsang, make a mental diary. Make a mental diary that today I want to dislodge this defect that I have. And when you come down here, you leave it at the Guru's feet. All of you understand? For you to be prosperous, that is the only way it's going to work. Alright? And lastly, on the Seva, Simran and Satsang, I'm going to go off live. And then I want to discuss Seva for 2 or 3 minutes. Jai Shriman Narayan.